What's up, y'all? This your girl, Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This morning, we got a brother on the phone. His name is Timothy Brockington. Now, he has a very complex case to talk to us about. All right, so this might be one of many, but we're going to make sure that we get the information out there as clear as possible so y'all can understand what's going on with the brother so that we can assist him the best way that we can. So we're going to jump right into it. All right, good morning, bro. Thanks for pulling up on us.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you giving me the time.
For sure. So I want to give you an opportunity to introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about yourself. So please let us know about you and where you're from.
Well, my name is Timothy Brockington. I'm from East Baltimore. Grew up with a solid family structure. Been incarcerated now for 20 years almost. Like 6 months shy of 20 years. I'm a community person. I love doing whatever I can do in my community. That's how I was brought up. Okay. That's what I'm used to doing.
Okay, so I know there's a lot that's going on with you. You're currently incarcerated, and it's not just as cut and dry as that. So I would like to give you an opportunity to just talk about what's going on with you. You can start anywhere you'd like to.
Well, the beginning is the best part for me. In 2005, I was arrested, after being shot 10 times by an off-duty officer named Antoine Boyd. I was shot 2 times standing, and he stood over top of me, hit me 8 more times, ran, left me for dead. Came back with the whole police department and a story of being kidnapped and carjacked and took to West Baltimore to be killed, which is around Marlboro, Dolphin and Pennsylvania Avenue.
Okay.
And so from there on, my case began. The painful part about it is the fact that I was paralyzed, in the midst of all of this. So they kept me in the hospital for like 2 months. I was a victim, and then they turned me into a suspect. Junior John Hines complaining about me being stuck in a room and them not allowing my family to see me. But the case itself, it's so all over the place. It's confusing to me, but the truth of it, you can see the truth of it. So I was charged with conspiracy to kidnapping, carjacking, robbery, simple robbery, and carjacking. I had at least 51 counts. And the first 4 is what I got convicted of, what I just said. And during the trial, they had an affidavit that I didn't know about that was given by Detective John Riddick. And I just didn't know of it. So when the police got on the stand, he pointed out my co-defendant, meaning I've never been identified or anything throughout the whole process. Only thing that they said about me was my car. I had a 1989 Mark 7 coupe, candy apple red, silver trimming. And once they didn't identify me, I just kind of lost it with my attorney because I'm like, why the hell am I here? Why can't I just go and get the medical care that I need?
Right.
So,
understandable.
We requested,
I said understandable.
And we requested a judgment of acquittal, but they got me out of the courtroom, and I didn't see the results of that. Come find out, I was acquitted of all those charges as 3/7/2005 by the Honorable David Ross. I ended up finding out, being brought back to prison after being on medical parole for 1 year. And when I found out, he was dead already, which was 2 years ago. He was dead. So the state knew that he was dead, and I guess they seen that I found out where it happened, and I filed a motion to get my search and seizure warrant from my case, because I felt like, damn, that warrant can't be real. So I got my family to look up Detective John Riddick, and I found out there was 10 Detective John Riddings in the Northwestern District. So I had a paralegal by the name of Wolf who filed a petition for me to get the seizure open back up and sent to me for copying and whatever else I wanted to do. But a judge named Cynthia Jones, the Honorable Cynthia Jones, wrote me back and said the first thing she found was I was acquitted of all charges and that the case wasn't open, it was no deposition or anything whatsoever. So she denied it. I took it a step further and I went to the Special Court of Appeals. The state asked for a dismissal. The judge denied it. He said that the lady who was the judge did the right thing by dismissing it because the case was dead. And then I found out that I had a whole new indictment number now. I ain't been convicted. I ain't been convicted of it. I ain't never been took to no arraignment. I don't even know nothing about it still. Just that's these things that I'm saying right now. You think this ain't even really got nothing to do with the thing that I was convicted of. So I don't understand how they can do what they doing. You dig? And they just making up shit. I got 5 years put on my sentence at the beginning of this year.
Okay.
And the case manager is telling me that they can't help me, that there's nothing they can do. I done wrote commitment 5 times, they won't respond. So what am I supposed to do?
Who did you write 5 times?
Commitment.
Okay.
Every institution has a commitment office, from what I understand. And we write to those people when we want a copy of our convictions or our time sheet, how it was written out by the judge. Obviously, they don't want to give me mine after all I just said.
Yeah, so, that's a lot, bro. I wanna run back to the beginning so that we can make sure that people understand. So, what were you doing when this officer approached you and opened fire?
Well, to be honest with you, totally honest, I was out there trying to sell a pound of weed. I was trying to get something to my cousin.
Okay.
I was trying to drive something off, honestly, trying to drive something off and leave. But a friend of mine that I knew, McKellar Holmes, came and told me what the situation I was into and who the person was. So automatically, I stood up from sitting on the stoop and walked away. And I just looked at the dude standing by my cousin's truck. Our van. Mm-hmm. And I said, fuck it, if you're a street nigga, you can only do so much to another one. So I started walking towards the cat, and I didn't brush shoulders with him. But instead of him, manning up, I'm like, yo, what you doing? This the 4th of July we talking about. Yo, just put his head down. So I started skipping across the street, and I'm thinking of a way to get to my car so I can get from around there. Right. I gave a little chick $100 to smack on her tail and have her chase me to my car. She agreed. I gave it 100 slap on her tail. I was out like a lightning bolt. I got in my car, hit the code into my demonstration. I got in the passenger driver's seat. I went and looked to see if my bread was still right. My bread was still there. I closed that back up. I hit the button for the trunk. Went in the trunk. The grass was still there. So nothing was out of place. Everything was still there. My car was parked on Shields. Shields and Dolphin, that little back alley part. I walked back down the alley to the house and I was sitting on the stoop to go cut through it, and the officer was standing there waiting for me. You know what I mean? I got a thing where I only carry 3 bills out with me. $100 bill, $10 bill, and $1 bill. And if you need anything, I need to accomplish anything, or get gas, or I need a hotel, anything, that'll cover everything. That 111. It'll cancel everything. So I had my hands up. I told, look, dude, it's like 40 G's on the other side of the block. And you want the keys in my car? What you want? I only got $11 in my pocket. Right. Man wouldn't speak. So I just kept walking towards him. You feel me? I knew I couldn't hop no gate. I knew I couldn't turn and run. I just gave him an opportunity so I just confronted him. I got to the bottom of the steps. Took 1 step up the steps. He stepped back, trying to go sideways. I knew I wasn't going to get no further than that. And he was just standing there with the joint nearly to my face. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I lunged back, and I tried to smack the joint out my face. But yo just stepped back and fired. First shot went through my hand. Second shot went through my chest and came out my back, almost like my heart for real. And I fell. I hit my head on the ground when I fell. And damn, God bless me for doing that, because that woke me up. Otherwise, I'd have just been sitting there open up for the kill. I took both of my hands and blocked my face with my arms and elbows. And yo had me out. Yo hit me 4 times down the middle. He hit me 2 on my left side. He hit me in both legs. And he hit my forearm. And my hand had already been hit. That's 10 shots. You know what I mean? Macabre arrows at that. I mean, he ran. He left me for dead. They came back and the nightmare began.
It sound like he tried to execute you.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. You know what I mean? And I'm glad you drew that to your conclusion, because I kind of left a little few things open so you can ask me mad questions. But you know, the state, you know, especially, I filed a civil suit against the Wrongful Police Department for excessive force.
Right.
And I explained to him in my petition that I had no weapon. And this, that, and this, that. I changed a lot of things in my case when it went through. So the judge, in the end, basically said exactly what you said. He said only a fool would stand on top of an unarmed man without asking for his surrender or reassessing the situation, which he didn't.
Okay, so I want to talk about, you said that they put a carjacking on you. I want you to be able to say officially on the record you're guilty or innocent of that. So the charges that they had about the kidnapping and carjacking and stuff, do you know where they came from?
It came from him. It never happened. You know, again, I left things open. I say the case was reportedly began at a gas station on Millbury Street. Mm-hmm. Anybody from, you know, B-More know what's happening on Millbury Street. You know what I mean? And he basically said that he was kidnapped at that gas station and then took over west to be killed. He had a female in the car with him. You know what I mean? And she basically told the police that she ain't see shit.
Right.
One of his friends got in the car and asked her to get out, so she got out. She didn't see any weapons. She didn't see any trouble. You know what I mean? She just turned around and walked home. Walked right back down the thing and walked down the street. You know what I mean? When we got the trial, you know what I mean? I'll come back to that. And then the gas station attendee, you know, the dude that's working the gas station, they investigated. He said that he didn't see any disturbance, nobody doing nothing. It was a normal night for him. Period.
Right.
So that killed. And then across the street from that is a Social Security building. So they went to that camera. They ain't see shit. They looked around all cameras. They ain't see shit. So basically, the beginning never happened. It was just something he made up.
Got it. You know, to have eyewitnesses, you know, people always try to say, oh, they could be lying, but to have camera footage that nothing occurred, I mean, that's pretty clear evidence. Not even pretty clear. That's clear evidence that nothing happened. It's a camera. You know what I mean? Especially on a federal government building. It isn't like this is just somebody's house. If they try to, you know, pick and pry through that, it seems to me, you know, just basing it off of what I've heard so far, it sounds like this officer was over there doing something else, and for some reason he decided to try to execute you. And then in a panic, he come up with a story to try to give reason to why he even was over there and engaged you in a violent manner that could have easily took your death.
Pretty much. One more thing to add to that. They found this car parked on Room Street. Nothing missing. Everything in it. Down to the money and brand new shoes for a child in the back seat. Nothing moved out of place. No fingerprints found in the car but his.
How far was the vehicle? How far was his vehicle from where he shot you?
I mean, it was walking distance, but I really don't even know what Room Street is. I think it's a little bit up past the skating ring or before the skating ring, one or the other. I'm not quite sure because I'm not from West Baltimore. I'm from East Baltimore.
Okay.
And I ain't never been on the real street either.
Did he
But
ever,
it's on that line.
okay. Did he ever identify himself as an officer of the law?
Not once. Not once. I'll take that back. He did. He said, when he testified, he said that when the dude approached him at gunpoint, he said, I'm a cop. And he said, the dude said, show me your fucking badge. And he didn't show no badge.
And he said, who was the dude that he's speaking of?
He didn't say who the dude was. That's the funny part. The only person he said who the dude was is when he get on the stand and he pointed out my cousin. It's the only time he ever identified somebody. But he also gave several statements. I had all that stuff, but it's been taken from me through all this moving. When they put me back, I lost everything. It was all in my property. But he never made an identification until trial, and it was a courtroom ID, and it was illegal.
What you say illegal? Put us up on what that means.
Well, illegal, a courtroom identification of somebody that you purportedly saying that you never identify is most likely easier to identify when you're in the courtroom, because you can point to even one of them, and it really wouldn't matter who did it.
Okay.
That's the difference, because if he identified either one of us before trial, that will go, that will be real cohesive. That would really stick together when he made the identification at trial. You know what I'm saying? But then as though he never made identification and he made one at trial, that's all the more sketchy.
Right.
That's easy.
Right. It's easy for somebody to say who are you speaking about, and they can point at the person that it's supposed to be, as opposed to who it is.
Right. And his statement, and then further on, when I got to the civil suit, he said that I was driving, and my something like that. He just twisted everything around. He shot the dude that was driving, he banked, and the person that was behind him was the person that was driving, and he just twisted all around. It would be hard for me to put it into words right now, but he made it seem like everything was in reverse. The person that he shot at the bottom of the steps, which was me, he said that was the person that approached him with a weapon, not the person that was driving. If that make any sense.
Did they find any weapon on the scene?
Absolutely not. That was a great question. I said absolutely not. They found a gun 2 yards down in between the pigeon coop and the fence, and they had to use bolt cutters to get in the yard. They tried to put that on me, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
And the gate's like 6 feet high, so I don't know who can throw that far over top of 2 gates and land in between that.
That's some other shit.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's some other shit right there. As a matter of fact,